Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. So today we start on part 2 of our harbor build. So if you missed it, last week we did part 1 of our harbor build, where we did the first level of our harbor, which included the pier, or like the piers surrounding the first level, and then we did sort of like this warehouse area on this side, and then on the left side, from this angle, the left side of the harbor has some structures and stuff on it. And yeah, so if you missed that, go back, watch that, and then come back to this video. We start off the second floor, the second level here of our harbor, with some more market stalls. So it really just kind of mirrors the bottom, and in that area there really was not too many buildings that I could squeeze in there without them looking squeezed in there. And yeah, so market stalls was. So this building that I'm working on here actually turns out to be 3 buildings, but they are still technically 1 building. What I mean by that is they all obviously resemble each other, but the bottom are 3 completely separate storage facilities, but up top they actually all connect through, just sort of one complete solid floor. Mainly the reason I did that was I was actually going to have stairs in between all of these, and I built them and completely forgot to put the stairs in there. So at the end here, you'll see in the back corner, I added some stairs, and I just decided the easiest way, instead of moving everything over, was to just knock out the walls, put a door in it, and connect the top floors. So all of them are connected. Yeah, so here's the stairway that I was talking about, and it connects it to the street by like this little alleyway, and I think it actually works out pretty good. So this building here actually turned out to be the largest structure on the harbor as I was building it, and I wanted it to be a little bit different because I wanted it to be sort of like an inn or a pub or something along the lines of that, and I think I settled on the pub. Not 100% sure, but I think its location and stuff on the harbor really does kind of fit a pub. Geez, at least maybe like just a sailor's pub, maybe a private pub, something along the lines of that. But yeah, it turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. So this structure here, it was pretty interesting. I had no idea what I was doing. I literally just threw down some framework and then started filling in the walls. And I thought, whatever comes out, and that's just what it is. It came out okay, I suppose. I mean, as you can see, like as I'm building it here, I change things a lot. Mainly just details. I kind of decided on the roof palette and all that kind of stuff, and that's just what I wanted to stick with. The details, though, really kind of just flip-flop back and forth. I mean, they're all over the place, and I'm still not 100% happy with it, but I mean, it is built, and I guess, you don't always have to like every single building that's in a city, so it is what it is. It fulfills its role. Now, this structure here was a very unique one, and I know it looks like it starts off like 3 different structures, and I have no idea why I did that, but the end product comes out to be the exact same building. The exact same building. They're all the same building. I start off with doing like these stairs here because I thought the bottom and the top was going to be separate, but then I just decided, you know what, we'll just do it all one building, and the top and bottom are kind of separate, but they're both easily accessible. So whichever floor you want to go to, there it is. This building also needs to be something special. I'm just not 100% sure what it is. So if you guys have any suggestions, drop some comments, let me know, and I'll see kind of what I can do from there. Yeah, I was pretty uneasy about the shape at first, and then I just started throwing on, the blocks. I started throwing on the roof, and actually, it turned out to be one of my favorite roof designs I've probably ever built. So now this building here was a very unique one for me. I kind of had like a rough idea of what I wanted, but it was in no way, shape, or form anywhere close to a realized idea. And you can kind of see as I'm going through here, I struggled a lot with it. So I keep bouncing back and forth to different areas of the build to try to rack my brain, I guess you could say, on an idea of how I want this thing to turn out. And yeah, like I know what I wanted it to. I need it to be the pathway up to and up, like kind of from the harbor up to the city. So that's why I'm building this ramp sort of in here. It changes a little bit, but yeah. So this thing being built halfway into the cliff definitely did not make it any easier on me. And it not being like a fleshed out idea really made it a lot harder. So one thing I did know was I wanted it to have this sort of Nordic style roof. That is my favorite roof design. And so I went ahead and added that in to try to get more of a vision. And you can almost see the point here where things just start to kind of click for me. So I start adding in the roof, I start moving a little bit faster and stuff, I start adding in some details and all that stuff, and then whenever I finally see it, it clicks, and then I can really just zoom through it. This building here is actually the biggest one on the harbor now, and other than the pub, this one is by far my favorite. But anyways, guys, with all of that being said, I'm not going to keep sitting here talking your ear off. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with that. I do have a special little ending here on the video, so if you're curious, make sure you stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, with all that being said, I will see you later and catch you on the next one. Alright guys, so I wanted to just go ahead and throw this in here at the end of the video. I had a request from several of you guys for a sort of showing, I suppose you call it, of the relation of the port here, the harbor, to the rest of the builds that we have so far on the channel. So I don't remember the rest of the names, I do apologize, but I remember the first one that suggested it was a person by the name of, I don't know if it's Abinab or if it's Abinab. I'll try to pull it up here on the screen here somewhere, so if you want to correct that for me, then I would greatly appreciate it, but for now, yes. So they are the ones that requested it, so I wanted to just go ahead and add this in here so we can pull it up here real quick and show you where this is in relation to the other builds. Now, as I've mentioned beforehand, these builds are not part of a overall cohesive world. They just happen to inhabit the exact same world, if that makes sense. So they're not like a big connected map. They're just on the same map, if that, yeah. So anyway, this is the port or harbor build that we are at. This entire little peninsula right here, over the course of the next 16 episodes or so, anywhere from 15 up to 20 episodes of this is going to be building this entire peninsula into a city. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you stick around. And yeah, so anyway, this is where the port harbor is, or the harbor and port is rather. The first build that we had here on the channel is this sort of fantasy village. So right here is the oil mill, and like you kind of start off over here, then the bridge is right here, then we kind of come around this way. All these roads are going to connect. So the roads are going to connect the cities and towns and builds all along the map, like I have mentioned before. But again, they won't be connected. Like it won't be a connected world. So yeah, right here is the fantasy village that we built. If we go a little bit sort of southwest. In one of my shorts, this is a traveler's camp, so the road's probably going to come through here, and then the traveler's camp's going to sort of be off to the side of that, or perhaps maybe they came through the mountain or something and stopped here, they're leaving. Either way, traveler's camp. Yeah, so like I said, the road would come through here, and then eventually, so right there's fantasy, right there's the port, right there's the traveler camp. If the road would come down through here, eventually you would get over to here, which is our lighthouse village. So the lighthouse is right there, obviously, and then here on the cliffside is the village, And then obviously there's the piers and stuff there for the dock. And then just literally almost immediately south of that, or directly south of that, is our watchtower. So the road's going to come through here, just to kind of make it look like it's a bit connected. Watchtower is going to be right there. And I believe that's actually everything that we have built here. Oh, no, okay, I actually forgot about this one. So in one of the shorts, we built a bridge. This is the bridge right here. It crosses, I believe, this is the widest river here. Just sort of ignore that. That was something else I was planning. Yeah. So that is the widest river here on the map. And we happen to cross it at, I guess it's a little bit wider down here, or right here. But, yeah. So then the pathway obviously is going to come through there and kind of just snake around the rest of the map. We have a lot of map to cover here still. So this map will be used here for the next foreseeable future. Like I mentioned here, at least the next 16 episodes, roughly, probably 16 to 20, will be up here in the city. But the shorts will kind of just be random builds all over the map. But yeah, guys. So again, I appreciate the comment with wanting to see where the map is, where the port is in relation to the rest of the builds. If you have any more questions, just make sure to drop them down below, and I will try to help you guys out with them as much as I can. So anyways, that'll be it from me, and I will see you later and catch you on the next one.